Good evening. We're calling to order the June 20th, 2018 meeting of the Southborough ZBA. The first item on the agenda is the continued public hearing of a special permit application by Joel Aho for a piece of property at 154/156 Northborough Road. And it's a continued hearing, and we were notified in advance that Mr. Aho would be requesting a continuance of the hearing. And Karen, do you want to speak to briefly why the applicant's requesting the continuance?
He wrote, "Hi Karen," in an email. Attached is the continuance form. I believe we are scheduled to go before the planning board again on July 23rd. So I put the ZBA extension date for August 2018 and left the actual date blank. What are the dates that are open for a hearing in August?
So we had approved the variance request for him. We had begun the hearing on the special permit, and we had continued it because they said they wanted to go to the planning board first to start to go through site plan review. They're in the middle of that process. They want to get through it before they then come back to us, which is fine with me. And so we've got a form where he's agreed to continue the hearing until a date in August. And again, we're just looking for a date where we know we're going to be here. We can close this one out. I'm not saying we will close the hearing on that date, but we can continue the hearing.
Are we scheduled to meet in August otherwise?
I don't think we have anything on the calendar yet, but Karen can correct me.
I know I'm away for the first 2 weeks in August.
Okay.
Do you know if you sat on the original hearing?
I did.
Okay.
Okay, so what I've done is I have the hearing room booked for August 15th and for August 29th, depending on what works for vacation.
The 15th would probably be preferable for me, but are you saying you're out of town then?
I know I will be, I'll likely be, yes. I could be just back, but I'd have to check.
I'm available either of those days.
I'm also available the 15th to the 29th.
29th should be fine.
Isn't that the first day of school?
I have no
I don't
idea.
go to school.
Ever.
I'm done. I don't know why. I want to say I know I have something at the end of August. I guess shoot for the 29th then.
So if we're shooting for the 29th as a latest date, then the extension should probably be through August 31st.
We'll continue the hearing until August 29th, and on this form, we would put August 31st for the.
But that's gonna, if we're meeting the 29th, that's gonna be the day in August. As I said in the past, I'd like to get this back to where we're like, have a once a month scheduled meeting and not try to accommodate everyone else's schedule.
Right.
It seems like we're still kind of zigzagging to,
So then, I think what we did is we usually met on the fourth Wednesday in August, which would be the 22nd.
The room's not available.
The room's not available.
that's further why I think it'd be a good idea for us to get on a set schedule, so we know we have the room the whatever day every month, and that's when we meet. And if folks that are applying can't make it that day, then they have to wait till
Okay.
the next month.
I think that's a fair point.
It's true, but in this case, we're not meeting on the 15th because he can't make it.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying,
No,
in
no.
general, I've kind of said this at the past couple meetings, where
Yeah.
we were talking about meeting today, then there's something else we're talking
No,
about in 2 weeks. I don't think we should be meeting every
Yeah.
2 weeks to.
So, but for right now, it's either the 15th or the 29th. So, which works? It sounds like Mike, the 29th works best for him.
That's
We
correct.
can, beginning in September, that's fine with, can you do that, Karen, to try to just book out the 3rd?
Oh, yeah,
Or-
yeah, absolutely. Well,
Was it the 3rd or the 4th?
I think we've been doing the third.
so
third.
Paul,
Third.
I'm in competition, I have another
Yeah.
board who books out the room, so I've got typically the 3rd and the 4th Wednesday of the month. advisory is in the other Wednesdays. So for instance, September is the 12th and the 26th. In October, I have the 17th and the 31st.
And the 15th is the third Wednesday of August, so she already has booked it.
I
It's
booked
that
them ahead.
we already have that date available, it's that we have a member.
Well, can anyone else pick up on the 15th? Because I could check with my wife, we might be back. I know, I think we leave the 5th, and I think we're supposed to be gone for just under 2 weeks.
So we've only had one,
We already opened that hearing. This would be, to say they could do a Mullins.
Yeah, okay. I mean, Paul, if you feel strongly about, like, you want to continue to do it on the set Wednesday, I mean, I'm available on
I'm
the 15th.
just saying, I think it would be I just think it would be, we seem to be having trouble making sure we have
right,
especially with the new rules, and we're having trouble making sure everyone can attend. I think we should have a set schedule and not be chasing when other folks want to, applicants need to, this is our schedule.
Yeah.
If you're applying for something, you need to make it work with your schedule then. I mean, because there was banter this week about meeting again in 2 weeks. I don't see what the need for this is. So I think we should be meeting once a month at a relatively, at the set time. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Which is the third Wednesday of every, so why don't, everyone will just put in the third Wednesday of every,
Well, I won't have the hearing on every, because advisory's booked out too, so
So
I
they
don't
do,
have the room.
they
for
have like
the
a
third.
haphazard schedule,
So
is
that
that?
means we can meet in another place. We won't have a tape, so if it's a big hearing.
Well, I guess just do it the 29th then, for August.
because we don't have the hearing room available on the 15th, you're saying,
No,
Karen?
I don't believe so. You have
no,
it on
the
the
15th.
15th.
Yeah,
I don't
so
have it on the
let's-
15th.
But as we're sitting here discussing it,
I don't have
one
it on
member
the
can't
15th.
make it,
No,
so.
we're saying the 15th.
And when I get back to the office, I'll shoot you guys an email with the dates that I have. I just book them out. It doesn't have to be both. It's just to give flexibility, and then I erase them after.
Yeah, like, why don't we just go out through the rest of the year and pick and
Third Wednesday of every month.
pick the exact date, make sure Karen can book the room that night, and then that's our schedule.
Well, I'm pretty sure that in October, I have the third Wednesday. As I said, they picked the same night to meet in this room, so we're in competition. It's booked out. I could tell you what dates I have.
I mean, even if it's not the exact same date, let's just, I think it'd be a good idea for us to,
Have a routine.
well, at least have the meeting
Yeah.
set through the end of the
So
year, and then.
we're now meeting on the third Wednesday of June, according to the schedule, so that's why we're reading now. I
Yep.
mean, we are
How about that?
following this policy. So, I've lost track of where it is.
Putting it on the 15th of August is the
That's it.
meeting.
Okay,
And
Mike is a maybe,
Mike is a maybe, but we've only had one meeting on
Yeah,
this, right?
okay.
So an alternate can still step in. We
and
don't
you know
have
what,
that
there may
meeting.
very well, maybe
I-
someone that's,
Did Dave
Not
Williams
to be
sit on
saying
the
something
call?
against what I'm saying, but if that's the case, might as well just, we don't have anything set yet, so then just do it for the day that Mike can make it, so he's already sitting, so we don't have to bring an alternate in and make sure they're, watch the tapes and all that fun stuff. So I guess just set it for the
It's-
29th for August then.
yeah, the issue then has a little bit to do with how long we have to make a decision on, then we're in a position where we need to ask for an extension on the deadline to make the decision. I think we probably would get it anyway, so I'm fine either way. You wanna do the 29th, because then you know you're available? So we're all available on the 29th,
I believe so, sure.
okay? So you wanna do the 29th?
Right.
Sure.
The 29th, yeah.
Okay, so someone wanna make a motion?
I move that we continue 154-156 Northborough Road to a meeting on August 29th,
That has copy on it.
Seconded.
Okay,
with a decision deadline of August 31st, 2018.
okay, and I can explain why you did that, which is, so the applicant is presented with this form, which has already been filled out, and he just wrote August to fill in these deadlines. Karen has told us the town clerk's office, so we were to cross it off and write September, even though it's clear why we did it, that there might be a problem with having this accepted, so we're just gonna put in the 31st, and then at the meeting, at the next meeting,
Yeah,
we
well,
probably, we can get a separate extension of the deadline. to make
Well, I mean, I would think that would be fair, because he's asking for a continuance tonight. That shouldn't mean, it shouldn't mean because then we get, run out of runway at the back end of it. I mean, he should be here tonight.
So,
7 PM.
7 PM.
So August 29th at
So
7.
is there a second?
Yes, there was a second. I seconded.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those against? Okay.
ZBA Justice.
Can I have that for one?
Yeah.
I'll have to submit that tomorrow.
Okay, so, we now have a gap before our next scheduled public hearing at 7:30, and there's 3 other, pieces of business that we can take up. First is that, the term of the chairperson and the clerk expires in June 30th, and that's approaching, so my current term as chairperson is, winding down. I made the decision I'd like to step down as chairperson, and I think it's healthy for the board to have some turnover in the position, so I will not accept any nomination to be the chairperson, and I'd like to see if there's someone else that'd like to be the chairperson.
I would still like to nominate you, though. You may turn
Oh.
it down, but I'm still going to
Okay.
nominate.
Yeah, I'll second that nomination.
All right, well,
You sure?
I'm sure, 100%.
Okay. I will be the chair if anyone cares to nominate me.
I'm fine with that.
Second.
Okay,
So who made the motion?
I think he made a motion for himself.
Can he do
I know,
that?
I said if somebody would like.
Yeah,
it.
someone else make the
Paul
motion.
is nominated.
Paul, you make the motion?
Sure, I'll nominate you for chair.
And then Mike, second.
I did.
all right, all those in favor? All those opposed? Okay. We also have to nominate a clerk. The clerk really doesn't have much of any duties, but it's a statutorily required position. So,
Are you accepting
mind
of the
being the
clerk
clerk.
position?
I don't mind being the clerk.
I would like to nominate you as clerk, then.
Seconded.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay. Congratulations.
Yeah,
You as
Mr.
well.
Chair.
Uh,
I'm not sure whose congratulations is
Yeah.
better.
So,
No, we know.
there's also, we have a current vacancy, and we have 2 current alternates. Mr. Ramos is the junior alternate, Mrs. Demers is the senior alternate. Now, I would like to recommend to the Board of Selectmen that we elevate Debbie from a senior alternate position to take the, I think it would be the current full-time to basically replace Mr. Bartolini's position, which I think is, there's a new 5-year term which is gonna open up beginning on July 1st. So that's my view on it.
So, wait a sec, there's a term that is opening up on July? So you need someone to fill the position from like now to July?
No.
No, we can leave it vacant from now
Okay.
to July. We can recommend whoever takes it, starting
Actually-
in
Sorry to interrupt. The Board of Selectmen asked me what we wanted to do about it. I said that I wasn't gonna make any recommendation to them on my own, that we're gonna assess it as a board, because we didn't meet in time before they met, a couple weeks ago, and I believe they already have reappointed, you and Debbie to another year term as an alternate. But what we would be recommending is we currently have 2 alternates, but we have a vacant full-time position, Mr. Bartolini's position, which is gonna expire in like 10 days, right? And then beginning July 1st, 2019, there's a full 5-year term which is open. So my recommendation is that we vote to recommend appointing Debbie to fill that position because she's been an alternate for 2 years.
Second.
Yeah, I'm in favor, sure.
Okay, all those in favor?
Yeah, because, I mean, traditionally, we always had unless 2 people became alternate at the exact same time, we've always had whomever the most tenured alternate was,
Yep.
we usually had them.
We do that, it's a cage match.
So,
Whoever gets to stay the alternate.
so the next thing we can do before 7:30 is to approve the minutes for May 22nd, and this was the meeting that we took place at Trottier right before the special town meeting. Paul, I don't think you were there, but.
I
we
was
have-
not present.
So we have 3 people who were here.
Was that a board meeting, or was that
It was
a,
Board meeting.
At Trottier before the,
that was an announced board meeting, or was that,
Absolutely.
I thought that was just a,
oh no, you would have gotten
Nope.
everything.
Posted, everything.
okay, like open to the public, and people
100%.
came and
Nobody came.
someone presented stuff, and, no? Okay.
Nobody
It
came.
was very compelling.
I took out some that's, T-H-A-T, because I have too many of them in there.
I actually do have a substantive comment, I think Greg might have picked up on it. I think we did take a vote on Article 1, which was that we were unanimously opposed to Article 1. It's obviously
Oh, I didn't. put
water
that
under the
in.
bridge now, but,
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
and, I mean, I don't think anyone's gonna remember who seconded it or who.
May 28th. Here we are, May 28th. May have missed it. Scribble scratch here. Not to spell Article 2. Article 1. All right, let me go back to my notes and, I have a lot of scribble here, see if I can capture that. I think I do remember that now, because that was the one you guys were all in, together on, right? And that was the last one, because you went in
Yep.
order of 3, 2, 1.
Okay,
You went that way, right?
so we can,
So,
I-
if you remember, if anyone remembers,
I don't off the top of my head, but I'll move to
hold on there.
voting on these.
here's the
if we
thing.
have
Okay. I mean, we have some time now.
to. Oh, she can find, oh, she's got it, it's okay.
Yeah, it wasn't taped, so, closed meeting, that was Article 2. First and second, Williams, that was Article 3. And then Craig was opposed to Article 3. 2, why the heck don't I have that vote? Article 1, 74. Who's Craig, CBA follow rules, like we don't have enough volunteers, reaction to Park Central.
It says all in favor.
There it is.
First,
was the
okay.
meeting?
So there we go, we found it.
29th, do we know what time, or?
So what does it say?
It says, on a motion made by
Yeah.
Mr. Nicholson, second by Mr. Robbins, to not support Article 1 as amended. All in favor?
Okay. Other than that, I didn't see anything wrong.
So, all right, I gotta add that.
So I move that we approve the minutes from May 22nd as amended with the description of the vote taken on Article 1.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Okay,
Who did the second on that?
I did. Michael.
Robbins, okay.
I think we should take now a 10-minute recess.
I move we take a 10-minute recess.
Seconded.
All those in favor?
sure, thank you.
Okay, the next item on the agenda is the public hearing for a special permit application by Mr. Raj Malhotra concerning 10 Turnpike Road. Karen, could you please read the public hearing notice into the record?
The Board of Appeals of the Town of Southborough will hold a public hearing in the Thomas J. McAuliffe Hearing Room of the Southborough Townhouse, 17 Common Street, on Wednesday, June 20th, 2018, at 7:30 p.m. with regard to the petition of Mr. Raj Malhotra, 10 Regency Ridge, Andover, Mass. 01810. The petitioner is seeking a special permit to remodel an existing warehouse and add a 3-story addition to create a modern self-storage building. Relief is requested pursuant to Section 174-8.5C1, allowed uses exceeding 50,000 square feet. A copy of the application may be reviewed at the Office of the Building Department located at 9 Corderville Road, Southborough, Mass. During normal business hours. Andrew R. Dennington, Chairman.
So, sir, we had every intention of having 5 members here, but we just got notice from one of our alternate members that she has to go to a meeting in Washington DC and can't make it.
Okay.
We have a vacancy on the board. So I would prefer that we continue the hearing until July 11th, when we know we'll have a full board.
Okay, that's satisfactory. And
Okay.
I was prepared for that, so.
Okay. And I also wanted to make sure you got, we just got, Karen from the building inspector's office just got some notice from the town of Framingham, city of Framingham's
Yeah, yes, it just
planning
changed.
department
Yeah.
about this.
Okay.
I haven't read it yet, but in fairness, I want to make sure the applicant.
Yeah,
has
she
it.
just handed it, I
Okay.
skimmed through it, but we'll read it.
So you're around on July 11th?
Yes, yeah, we'll
Okay.
be here with the applicant.
Okay.
Just one note on this from my point of view. I have done work with both Fletcher Tilton and Develop Strain, and continue to do work with Develop Strain, but I do not believe that impacts my ability to review this without any partiality.
Okay. So it sounds like the applicant wants to continue to the 11th, and we're available to do that. Is there a motion?
And as discussed previously, that's when we are meeting next month.
Okay,
That is.
so that's not, but this is a circumstance where the applicant filed this in May, all right? And we're now meeting on the 3rd Wednesday of June, okay? So I think where it's really basically our fault we couldn't begin this hearing now, I think that out of fairness to the applicant, that we should go to the next available date. I'm strongly in favor of doing that.
But we don't have any other meetings scheduled for
We
July.
No, we
have
don't.
anything-
That'll
No,
be
we
the
don't.
only meeting in July.
That'll be our meeting in July then.
We don't have anything else in the pipeline, right?
So if something else happens to
I'll
come
put it
into
in
the
August.
pipeline, it'll be placed
It'll go
on
in
the
August.
11th.
We'll place it in August.
Or the 11th, if there's still
Or if they
time.
can.
There won't be time
There won't be.
There won't be
to
time.
advertise
So
it.
we'll go to August then.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Gotcha. So you need a motion to, we need a motion to postpone this to July 11th? Is that the?
Yep.
I move that we postpone the hearing for 10 Turnpike Road until July 11th at 7 PM.
Seconded?
All those in favor?
Alright.
All those opposed?
We need one for the,
Do we need any motion to extend deadline?
We don't need a motion to extend the deadline, because it's until August 21st.
it is August 21st, okay, because it's new, yeah.
So we're
okay.
still okay?
So we're good,
Okay.
just the hearing.
Okay, so we have a standard request for continuous extension of a hearing process form. I'd like you to sign.
So then what I'll
And
do is
thank
I'll
you for your
file that with the clerk's
patience.
office, and then I'll get you a copy of that.
Okay, fair enough.
Thank you.
And I don't think we have any other business tonight?
No?
Can I do it?
Sure.
Can I make a motion to adjourn?
I'll second that.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right?
Okay,
I'm good at that.
motion passes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's one of my specialties.